When asked what was the most important invention of the 20th century, 7% said television, 11% said the telephone, and 80% said
the computer. Pick up any magazine, watch any television show, read any newspaper.
.com is the buzzword of the millennium.
In 1998, there were 95.4 million people online.
By 2005, estimates predict over 700 million.
In 1998, e-commerce generated $39 billion in revenue. In 1999, $114 billion. By 2004, estimates predict $1.5 trillion.
E-commerce has arrived. And guess who's shopping? Teenagers, Generation Xers, baby boomers, and even seniors, the fastest growing segment online.
Ask yourself 3 questions. 1, is the internet the future? 2, are there fortunes being made on the internet? 3, are you making a fortune on the internet?
Why not? Because fortunes are being made now, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
The 40 richest people under the age of 40?
Guess what? Over half of them made their fortunes on the internet. And believe it or not, you could too.
All you need is access to a computer.
The internet will do 2 things: create new opportunities and destroy old ways and methods of doing business.
Welcome to the Internet Gold Rush. You can stake your claim or sit back and watch it all.
But you thought saving money made you money.
If you take a look at this 40-year run on the dollar is designed economically to lose money every single year. So why would you save something that loses money every year? And what this means for somebody on retirement plans is that after you retire, the value of your dollar goes down and your cost of living keeps going up. To my rich dad, that was bad advice and made no sense.
Hi, my name is Michael Forrest. I've been successfully marketing and making my living on the internet for over the last 10 years since I got out of the United States Marine Corps. But more importantly, I want to talk to you about everything that you have seen on the internet. And there's a couple of reasons for that. I have spent the last 10 years going through the school of hard knocks, trial and error, tried everything that you've seen on the internet, tried every empty promise, tried every product, every system. There's only one that I came across, and that was 4 years ago, that took me from a 6-figure earner on the internet to a multiple $million-dollar earner on the internet. And I don't just say that number. I'm going to do something that no one else does on the internet, and that is I'm going to prove that number to you. First and foremost, I can prove it to you real briefly here. My wife and I just moved here from California. We actually live in Miami right now. We split our time up between here and Paris, where my wife's entire family lives. We live up here on the 50th floor overlooking the entire Biscayne and South Beach. I'm actually coming to you from my home office. But again, back to my point, the kind of numbers that we can do offering a training system, specialized training and educational services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in over 140 different countries has given us leverage like we have never known. And we know it could do the same for you, and we want to share it with you. This powerful platform and business model changed everything from us. We now finally get to do whatever we want to do, whenever we want to do it. We don't have to worry about trading time for money. We don't have to worry about climbing the corporate ladder or buying a brick and mortar business for $1 million and worrying about employees, space, rent, inventory, insurance, liabilities, or any of those other headaches. This powerful platform and business model took us to a level that we didn't even realize was possible. And again, I don't just say that, I'm going to prove it to you by logging into my business bank account that this is a very real business, we are very real people, and these are very real numbers. So hold on one second, I'll do that for you. And then put in your name and email address, and I'll see you on the other side. And we'll talk then. Take care. Hi, Michael Forrest here again. Wanted to do exactly what I said I would do, and I'm going to prove to you that this is a very real business with very real numbers. You're going to see something here that you don't see anywhere else online, frankly, because no one else can prove it. Because they're not telling you the truth. I'm one of the few that is, and I'm going to prove to you that it is very real. So hold on one second. I'm going to log into my business bank account at bankofamerica.com. I use my company name, Advertising Inc., which is a registered S Corp out of California. We'll log in there, show you the real profit and revenue generated with this powerful platform and model. Take a look at the statements. We'll jump around. For the last year or two, just random months, so you can see the overall averages. This model is 80% profit. I have no employees, I have no space, no rent, no inventory, no insurance, no liabilities, none of those headaches. It is one of the most powerful platforms I have seen on the internet and business model, and why it has consistently produced for me for the last 4 years, and I know it can do the same for you. We'll jump around to another month here. That one was 94,000. This one is about 174,000. This was a great month. $174,795.15 there. Revenue generated, as I said, 80% profit. And let's see here. We have another month here, $97,652.83. Kind of move through these quickly. Be mindful of the clock here. As I know people's attention span is not very long, as is mine. $170,056.95 there. We'll jump around to another month there, the last 2 years. $84,803.64 there. And we'll do one more month here. You can see the overall average is about $101,000. I've averaged it out overall the last 4 years. $76,068.65 there. Very real numbers, very real business, and we are very real people. I'll prove that to you as well. Picture of my wife and I on our iPhoto here, and our baby girl.
Seeing the evolution is really cool because we attract such a high caliber of person to our events and to our company because of what we do from a marketing and from a product standpoint. And it's really cool for me being on stage because I get to meet so many people who are maybe trying to get to the level I'm at, or trying to get to the level that somebody else is at that's having some success in this industry. So it's fun. It's really cool to see people develop that maybe wouldn't have had a chance to develop anywhere else or in any other industry. Education is a cornerstone of any good business. This is what we focus on here, because if we're going to develop leaders and we're going to give people what they came here looking for, it'll be short-lived if you don't build that educational base first. There's no question that if you want to succeed at a high level in any business, you'll pay a price. You'll make sacrifices. You won't be able to do all the things you want to do. Balance is something that we struggle with as entrepreneurs. It's something I definitely struggle with. But there's no doubt in my mind that the cost of not being successful is far costlier than the price you pay to be successful. Our belief system is that in the next, I want to say 12 to 18 months, if you don't have an e-commerce presence or an online presence, I mean, just look at Google and Facebook and eBay. These companies have been completely unaffected by a recession, depression, whatever you want to call it. So more and more people are moving online to develop their own personal enterprises. People more than ever are looking for association and leadership today, like never before. This company's best days are still ahead. But the turning point today was we've really taken on a whole new image. And again, it's that educational, coaching, leadership image. You know, we don't want to be associated with MLM or home-based business or get rich quick or income opportunity. Yes, you can make a lot of money, but we're also putting people in a position to become expert marketers, or we call them master marketers, because this is a skill that whether you stay with us for 10 years or 10 minutes, if you know these skills that we teach, which most people don't even know exist, you can write your ticket in any business if you get internet marketing and e-commerce and online marketing. So this was a turning point today because what we've been working on for so long and so hard and so many hours kind of came together. I've been in a lot of high-end organizations. I was in investment banking, mortgage banking. I was a top producer in 4 different industries. And this is where I'm the most well taken care of as a person. Everybody wants to help one another be successful. There's no cliques. There's no little tribes within. It's just one unit. And that's what works. Again, it goes back to building something strong that's going to have longevity, that's going to be sustainable. It's not going to happen if people are on different pages. This is where it's at. I mean, I was you bring up my past industry, obviously, financial services. I was in investment banking 6 years, mortgage banking 5 years, made my first $1 million before 27. But that is at the cost of a lifestyle. Those are 12-hour days, and you know, the ups and the conflicts of interest, the politics of that industry, it's a tough place to be. There's never a better feeling than winning, and there's never a better feeling than achieving in an environment where there's such high-level achievers. I'm always humbled to win sales awards within this company because I feel that we have the top marketers, the most talented, creative, just incredible people who are shooting hard to win these awards. Last year I won a Porsche. This year I won a week in the Cayman Islands. Those are pretty good prizes. We're going after anybody who has enough desire to want to come in here, be a leader, be a part of a community, and really just completely change their life for the better and start to control their own destiny.
So my rich dad said, in the world of business, there's E's, and E's stand for employees. An employee, he says, you can always tell who they are by their core values. And what the employee, whether the president or the janitor of the company, will always say the same words. The words are, I'm looking for a safe, secure job with benefits. That's what makes them an employee, because their core values are security. The other one of the four is the S, or the small business owner or the self-employed. And again, their core values will cause them to use the same words, which are, if you want it done right, do it by yourself. S means they're also solo. They're generally one-person act, or they operate by themselves. On the right side of the quadrant are the B's. And what Rich Dad said the B stood for was big business, or like Bill Gates. Forbes defines big business as 500 employees or more. And their words are different. They say, I'm looking for a good system, a good network, and the smartest people I know to help run my business. So they're unlike the S. They don't want to run the company by themselves. They want smart people to run their companies for them. And then the fourth of the quadrant is the I, and I stands for investor. These are people who have money work hard for them. These people are people who have people work hard for them. And these are the people that work hard for the rich here. So early on in my life, it was my poor dad who always said to me, you know, Robert, go to school and so get a high-paying job. And so my poor dad's core value was to be an employee. He wanted job security, promotions, a steady paycheck, and all this. And so it was my rich dad who said to me, he says, you know, Robert, if you really want to be rich, learn to build businesses. It made more sense to him to work hard to build a business, something you owned and something you could pass on for generation to generation to your kids. Whereas my poor dad said work hard, but my rich dad said, why would you work hard for something you'll never own and you can get fired from right away? Again, that was the difference in values. So my rich dad suggested I learn how to be a business owner and learn how to be an investor. And that's one of the big differences. On this side of the quadrant, these people here work for security. They work for money also. On this side over here, their key value that they want is they want freedom.